Did you know that a common vitamin taken every day could silently increase your risk of having a stroke? What seems like a healthy habit could actually be putting you in danger without you knowing it. And the worst part is, in many cases, the effects of these vitamins show up suddenly overnight. Without warning, one moment you're fine, and the next moment you could find yourself in an emergency situation. What's even more worrying is that, in many cases, you may not have realized that the vitamins you've been taking could have been responsible. Today, as a neurologist, I want to talk to you about the vitamins that could be damaging your brain without you realizing it. Some of these vitamins, although commonly recommended for bone health, heart health, or memory, can have devastating effects when taken in high doses or incorrectly. And while many supplements promise to improve your health, the risks of some are far greater than most people believe. As a brain specialist, I've had the opportunity to treat patients over the age of 60 who, no matter how much they tried to take care of their health, ended up becoming victims of habits they thought were harmless. I've seen cases of people who, in the middle of the night, suddenly couldn't move an arm, couldn't speak clearly, or couldn't maintain their balance. These cases seemed completely unexpected, with no apparent reason. But when I looked into it further, I realized that these accidents were linked to a common factor: the vitamins they were taking. What's interesting is that for years, these vitamins were considered healthy. Today, I want to share with you the 5 most common vitamins that may be increasing your risk of having a stroke, brain hemorrhages, or even spikes in blood pressure, especially during the early morning hours, when the brain is most vulnerable. If you've ever taken vitamin D, E, B6, A, or niacin, this video could save your life. It's time to understand the side effects these vitamins can cause and how, if we don't take them properly, they can be more dangerous than beneficial. Before we continue, I want to know, have you ever wondered if the vitamins you take might be harming your body? If so, write a 1 in the comments. And if this is all new to you, write a 0. If brain health is important to you or someone you love, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Salud 365 for honest, science-backed advice designed especially for older adults. Vitamin D. You've probably heard that vitamin D is great for strengthening bones, improving mood, and even supporting the immune system. All of this is true, but as with many things in life, the key is moderation. In particular, an overdose of vitamin D can have serious effects, and often goes unnoticed. One of the most dangerous issues is that when you take excessive amounts of vitamin D, especially if you don't have a proven deficiency, calcium can accumulate in your body uncontrollably. This excess calcium doesn't know where to go, so it spreads throughout the body, starting to deposit in the arteries, which makes them stiffer and less flexible. Imagine what this does to your circulatory system and how it can affect your brain. Let me tell you the story of Walter, a 74-year-old man, a retired Navy veteran, who was very disciplined about his health. Every morning, without fail, he took his vitamin D supplement, convinced that it helped keep his bones strong. Walter, like many older adults, thought he was protecting himself by taking high doses of vitamin D. In fact, he was taking 10,000 IU per day, far more than his body needed. What he didn't know was that this high dose was putting his life at risk. One morning, his wife found him completely confused. He couldn't speak clearly, his right arm was limp and he couldn't move it. He had suffered a stroke during the night. When we checked his lab results, we found something alarming. His calcium levels were dangerously high, his arteries were stiff, and his blood pressure was through the roof. The diagnosis was clear: vitamin D toxicity. What happens when you take high doses of vitamin D without medical supervision is that the excess calcium starts to harden your arteries, creating the ideal conditions for a blood clot to form. This clot can travel to the brain, block an artery, and cause a stroke. And the worst part is that this process doesn't give warning signs. You go to bed feeling fine, and when you wake up, your life may have changed dramatically. What is a safe dose? If you don't have a vitamin D deficiency, studies suggest that you shouldn't take more than 2,000 IU daily. Many over-the-counter supplements contain much higher doses, like 5,000 IU or even 10,000 IU. So if you're taking vitamin D, it's crucial to talk to your doctor and always take it in the morning, not before bed. If you've been taking vitamin D, do you know how many units of vitamin D are in your supplement? If you don't, write D in the comments. And if this surprised you, like this video to help others learn too. Vitamin E. Vitamin E is primarily known for its antioxidant properties and heart health benefits. It is commonly used by older adults in the hope of improving circulation, memory, and general heart health. Many people take it because they've heard it's good for the skin, the cardiovascular system, and memory, especially as we age. But there's something important that isn't mentioned on most supplement bottles. In high doses, vitamin E can have serious side effects, particularly if you're already taking blood thinners. Vitamin E has a natural anticoagulant effect, which means it can reduce the blood's ability to clot. This can be very dangerous if combined with medications like warfarin, which is used to prevent blood clots in people with heart conditions. Let me tell you the story of Evelyn Brooks, an 81-year-old retired librarian, who had been taking vitamin E for years to improve her cardiovascular health. Evelyn had a heart valve problem, so she was taking warfarin to prevent blood clots. Her doctors had told her to carefully monitor her health and avoid mixing supplements with medications without consulting her doctor, but Evelyn thought the natural vitamin E could be beneficial. One day, after taking vitamin E for 3 weeks, Evelyn suffered a hemorrhagic stroke. She was rushed to the hospital with severe headaches, confusion, and vomiting. The doctors found that due to the combination of warfarin and high doses of vitamin E, her blood had become too thin, which caused a small blood vessel in her brain to burst, resulting in a brain hemorrhage. This is the type of silent risk that many people don't consider when taking supplements without medical supervision. Vitamin E in high doses acts as a natural blood thinner and can make the blood so thin that even a small bleed in the brain can cause serious damage. This is especially dangerous for people already taking blood thinners or who have circulation problems. The safe recommended daily dose of vitamin E for older adults is 15 milligrams, or about 22 IU. However, many store-bought supplements contain much higher doses, like 200, 400, or even 1000 IU per capsule, which can be harmful, especially if you haven't consulted with a doctor. So if you're taking vitamin E, check the label on your supplement and make sure the dose is within a safe range. And if you're on heart or circulation medications, it's essential to talk to your doctor before adding vitamin E to your daily routine. If you've ever taken vitamin E or know someone who has, write E in the comments. And if this advice made you think, like the video so more people can make informed decisions about their health. Vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is known as a nerve booster and is commonly found in supplements that promise to improve concentration, memory, and energy. Many older adults take it to prevent brain aging or to improve nerve health. It's found in a variety of products and is often present in almost all supplements designed to support the brain or strengthen the nerves. However, what many don't know is that excess vitamin B6 can be dangerous, especially for older adults. The issue with vitamin B6 is that, unlike other vitamins that the body eliminates through urine when there's excess, vitamin B6 accumulates in the system. And if you take large amounts over time, this accumulation can damage your nerves, causing side effects that are often confused with other health problems. Let me tell you the story of Harold Jenkins, a 76-year-old man from Kansas, who began to notice that his feet and hands were becoming numb. At first he thought it was just aging, but the situation worsened. He started feeling dizzy and losing his balance, and eventually he fell several times. The third time he fell, he hit his head on the bathroom floor, which led him to seek medical attention. When I reviewed his medical history and supplements, I quickly realized what was happening. Harold had been taking a nerve health supplement for over a year. This supplement contained 100 milligrams of vitamin B6 per pill, and he was taking 2 pills a day. This meant he was ingesting 200 milligrams of vitamin B6 per day, which is more than 10 times the recommended upper limit for an older adult. This excess of vitamin B6 began to damage the protective layer around his nerves, which is crucial for proper nerve signaling. When this layer is damaged, the nerves become unprotected, leading to symptoms like tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, tremors, and even loss of balance. These symptoms, which Harold initially thought were a sign of aging, were actually the result of vitamin B6 toxicity. What's even more concerning is that many people don't realize they're taking excessive amounts of vitamin B6 until the effects become evident. The symptoms can be slow and gradual, often confused with other health issues like arthritis or even early dementia. Mr. Jenkins was lucky because, after eliminating the supplement from his routine, the symptoms didn't worsen, but he still uses a cane to walk. He told me he never imagined that what he thought was something good for his health could slowly poison his nervous system. As for the proper amount, older adults only need between 2 and 10 milligrams of vitamin B6 per day, and that includes what's obtained from food. Taking more than this amount, especially through supplements, can be risky. So if you're taking any supplement for nerves or the brain, I recommend checking the label and verifying how much vitamin B6 you're consuming. If you've ever taken a vitamin B6 supplement or know someone who has, write B6 in the comments. And if this information made you reconsider the supplements you're taking, give this video a like so more people can avoid this kind of damage. Vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for eye and skin health. Many older adults take it hoping to improve their vision or prevent premature skin aging. Additionally, it's believed to be beneficial for the immune system. However, what many don't know is that excess vitamin A can be even more harmful than not taking it at all, especially when consumed in high doses over a long period of time. Vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin, which means it is stored in the body, particularly in the liver and fat tissues. This is what distinguishes it from water-soluble vitamins like vitamin C, which the body eliminates when there's excess. When you take more vitamin A than your body needs, it doesn't eliminate it and begins to accumulate in tissues, which can lead to dangerous side effects. Let me tell you the story of Dorothy Simmons, a 79-year-old woman from Oregon who was a retired piano teacher. Dorothy had always been an active person, full of energy with a great love for music. For her, taking supplements was a way to stay healthy, so she decided to add a vitamin A supplement to care for her vision and skin. What she didn't know was that this supplement, along with others she was taking for her general health, contained doses much higher than she actually needed. For over 5 years, Dorothy had been taking high doses of vitamin A, around 10,000 IU per day. At first, she thought everything was fine, but over time she began experiencing intense headaches, blurry vision, and eventually dizziness and slurred speech. Her family feared the worst, a stroke. However, when she was examined, doctors were surprised to find no stroke, but instead discovered that Dorothy was suffering from elevated intracranial pressure due to vitamin A toxicity. The vitamin A had started to accumulate in her body, increasing the pressure inside her skull, causing the symptoms she was experiencing. This type of toxicity is known as pseudotumor cerebri or benign intracranial hypertension, a condition in which excess vitamin A causes an increase in pressure inside the brain, mimicking the symptoms of a brain tumor. Symptoms include headaches, blurred or double vision, dizziness, and even permanent vision loss or cognitive decline if untreated. It's important to understand that the recommended daily dose of vitamin A for older adults is between 2,500 and 3,000 IU per day, but many people exceed this amount unknowingly. Many multivitamins already contain the recommended amount, but some people combine these supplements with additional formulas for skin or vision, which can lead to dangerous doses. If you take vitamin A supplements, it's crucial that you check the labels and consult your doctor if you're unsure how much you're consuming. Especially if you take other supplements for your skin or vision, make sure you don't exceed the recommended amounts. If you've ever taken vitamin A or know someone who has, write A in the comments. And if this video helped you understand the risks of supplements, don't forget to like it and share it so others can stay informed. Niacin vitamin B3. Niacin, or vitamin B3, is a vitamin that many people take to improve heart health and control cholesterol. It's common in cardiovascular health supplements and is often used as a natural solution to lower bad cholesterol, LDL, and increase good cholesterol, HDL. In moderate doses, niacin can be effective for these purposes, and some doctors even prescribe it for patients with high cholesterol. However, when taken in high doses, niacin can have severe side effects, and many people are unaware of the risks it poses. One of the main issues with excessive niacin consumption is that it can cause drastic fluctuations in blood pressure. This happens because niacin causes blood vessels to expand, which initially may make you feel warm and cause your face to flush, but then those vessels quickly contract. This yo-yo effect on blood vessels can dangerously increase blood pressure, putting both the heart and brain under great stress. Let me tell you the story of Frank Miller, an 82-year-old former mailman from Florida. Frank had been taking a niacin supplement for years, hoping to improve his cardiovascular health. The label on his supplement promised to help maintain cholesterol and circulation. However, what Frank didn't know was that the supplement contained 2,000 milligrams of niacin per serving, much more than his body needed. One day, Frank began to experience facial flushing, a sensation of palpitations in his chest, and intermittent dizziness, especially in the mornings. His wife thought it was anxiety, and his son thought it might be a side effect of his blood pressure medication. However, the real culprit was the niacin supplement Frank had been taking daily. When a doctor reviewed his history and discovered the high doses of niacin, it became clear that the supplement was causing fluctuations in his blood pressure. This yo-yo effect, with blood vessels expanding and then contracting, was overloading his cardiovascular system. Over time, this imbalance in blood pressure led to a transient ischemic attack, TIA, commonly known as a mini-stroke. Fortunately, Frank recovered quickly, but it was a wake-up call. The safe maximum dose of niacin for older adults is 50 mg per day. Any amount above this should only be taken under medical supervision. Also, if you're taking medications for blood pressure, heart problems, or cholesterol, it's essential to consult with your doctor before taking niacin. If you've ever taken niacin or know someone who has, write B3 in the comments. And if this video surprised you, don't forget to like it and share it so more people can be informed about the risks of supplements. Now that we've talked about the dangers of some vitamins, you're probably wondering, what can I do now? If certain vitamins can increase the risk of having a stroke or damage brain health, what should I take to protect myself? The answer lies in real food, not supplements. While supplements can be useful in certain cases, the ideal way to get most of the essential nutrients is through a balanced diet. Whole foods are not only more effective but also safer, offering many additional benefits that supplements can't provide. Here are some of the most beneficial foods for your brain health, especially if you're over 60 years old. 1. Leafy green vegetables. Leafy green vegetables such as spinach, kale, and broccoli are incredibly rich in folate, vitamin K, and antioxidants. These nutrients are vital for brain health because they help improve blood circulation and protect brain cells from damage. Folate, for example, is essential for the proper functioning of the nervous system and may help prevent cognitive decline. Additionally, these vegetables are low in calories and high in fiber, which helps stabilize blood sugar levels and reduce inflammation, factors that also affect brain health. 2. Fatty fish rich in omega-3. Omega-3 is a type of healthy fat found in fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. These fatty acids are essential for proper brain function. Omega-3 helps reduce inflammation in the brain, promotes neuronal plasticity, meaning your brain cells remain flexible and adaptable, and improves memory and concentration. Studies have shown that people who regularly consume omega-3 have a lower risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. If you don't like fish, you can get omega-3 from plant sources like chia seeds, walnuts, or flaxseed oil. 3. Fruits rich in antioxidants. Fruits like blueberries, strawberries, and cherries are packed with antioxidants, especially compounds called flavonoids, which protect brain cells from damage caused by free radicals. Antioxidants also help reduce inflammation in the brain, which can improve memory and overall cognitive function. In particular, blueberries have been shown to be a superfood for the brain. Several studies have found that consuming blueberries regularly can help improve memory and reduce the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. 4. Nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds are an excellent source of healthy fats, vitamin E, magnesium, and antioxidants. These nutrients are essential for maintaining a healthy brain, protecting neurons, and improving blood circulation. Almonds, walnuts, and sunflower seeds are particularly good for brain health, as their vitamin E content helps prevent brain aging and improve memory. Additionally, the healthy fats they contain provide a steady source of energy to the brain, helping to maintain optimal cognitive function throughout the day. 5. Whole grains. Whole grains like oats, quinoa, and brown rice are rich in fiber, B vitamins, and minerals that are essential for brain health. Fiber helps regulate blood sugar levels, providing a steady source of energy for the brain. B vitamins such as folic acid are essential for the formation of neurotransmitters, the chemicals that send signals between brain cells. These nutrients are key to maintaining good memory and preventing cognitive decline. 6. Proper hydration. Let's not forget the importance of staying hydrated. The brain is made mostly of water, so maintaining proper hydration is crucial for its functioning. Dehydration can negatively affect memory, concentration, and mood, which can contribute to long-term cognitive decline. Drinking enough water throughout the day is essential for keeping brain functions at their optimal level. You can also complement hydration with herbal teas such as green tea, which contains antioxidants that are beneficial for the brain. 7. Avoid processed foods. Finally, it's important to avoid processed foods and sugary drinks, as these can be harmful to brain health. These products are often filled with refined sugars, trans fats, and additives that can cause inflammation in the brain and damage brain cells over time. Excess sugar can also contribute to insulin resistance, which has been linked to an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases. Instead of reaching for these products, choose fresh, whole foods that are rich in nutrients. These foods will not only protect your brain but also help you maintain optimal overall health. As you can see, the right diet is the best way to take care of your brain. By replacing supplements with real foods, you can get the nutrients your brain needs in a safer and more effective way. Fresh foods, rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and vitamins, are key to keeping your brain healthy and in its best shape as you age. Remember, before taking any supplement, it's always best to consult your doctor and make sure that what you're taking is right for your health. Real food is the best option to protect your brain and improve your overall health. If you liked this video and feel the information was helpful, don't hesitate to give it a like and share it to help others make more informed decisions about their health. And don't forget to subscribe to Salud 365 for more science-backed health advice.